I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Hello everyone and welcome to Nervous Nessie. Today I have another Harry Potter adventure. I am driving to Perris, California. I'm going to be going to the Southern California Rail Museum and getting on the Hogwarts Express Adventure. It's supposed to have a lot of areas where you can take pictures. There's merchandise that is exclusive there that you can purchase, and then you go onto the Hogwarts Express. And when you get onto the train, it's there's four train cars on the train, and then you ride the train for about an hour, and there's supposed to be a show for each one of the train cars. And I managed to secure a seat on the front row, right where they're supposed to be, like the actors are supposed to be. So I will say this, I actually had my ticket booked for, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and I got a notification the night before that my ticket was canceled because of the heat. It was supposed to get extremely hot that day because Perris, California is in the Inland Empire, which is mostly desert, and it was supposed to get up to 104 that day. They do have air conditioning on the train and in the tents where all of the merchandise and stuff is, but still, 104 is really hot, especially if you're not used to it. So they canceled the ticket. I rebooked the ticket for today, and hopefully, they sent me an email last night saying we can't wait to see you. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled because I'm having to drive an hour to get there. That's a lot of gas, a lot of time. So gonna get there and hopefully get onto the train and check it out, and I'm gonna take all of you with me. I'm back in the car and I'm heading home. I am cooked. It is so hot today. It was 95 when I arrived, and it was supposed to top out, I believe, at 99, maybe 100. It's very, very, very hot. So I went through the whole experience, had an amazing time. It was so much fun. So when you first get there, you have to park. You do have to pay for parking, but when you buy your ticket, you can pay for your parking ahead of time. I think it was only like $6 for the parking. When you first pull up at the entrance, they ask your last name, and it's to see if you're on the list for having already paid. If you're not on that list, then you would have to pay. But I paid ahead of time, and so then once you get parked, you can take your time, go inside the main tent, and inside the tent there are photo ops there. There is, well, when you first walk in, you have to get your ticket at will call, and then once you get your ticket, you get technically 2 tickets. You get one ticket that is like an actual proper ticket, that is proof that you paid, and then the other ticket is really big, and it's got platform 9 3/4 on there, and it's kind of a novelty ticket that looks kind of like, you would want to keep it, and during the actual train ride they have you bring those tickets out, so it's interactive, so you definitely want to hold on to that ticket. But you go through, and then there's tons of photo ops. There's the where you're going through the platform 9 3/4, and you've got the trolley, you're holding on to it. Then there's also the owl post, and then there's one of the little train cars there. Now, my advice, I got there at about 1:10. My train ride was at 2, and I had more than enough time to get my ticket, to do the photo ops, to peruse through all of the gifts and stuff buy my stuff and use the restroom and still had time to kill. If you get there and let's say the line for the photo op is kind of long, skip that and, you know, maybe look at purchasing stuff. But just know that like 15 minutes before you board, and they do make announcements, the photo op lines thin out. So don't despair if there's a crazy long line. It does thin out before you get onto the train. Now, the restrooms are a trailer outside. When you open the door, there are 3 stalls for the women. I don't know about the men's, but for the women, it was 3 stalls. It is extremely tight. You do have to be able to go up the stairs. I think if you do need ADA assistance, they have like a separate area for you, but you have to go up the stairs. They're very, very tight, very narrow, so just keep that in mind. And then right before you board the train, the conductor comes out and does a little like mini show for you, and then everyone walks out at the same time. It's a little bit of a walk to get to the train, so again, if maybe you're needing a wheelchair or something like that, let them know, because they do have you know, assistance there for that. But you get on the train. The show is amazing. I got really lucky. I love watching shows like that when there are kids around, because the kids really get into it. And I happened to be on a row where it was a family. It was a mom, a dad, and 2 little boys. And the little boys got into it, and it was so cute. And they were very energetic, and even the adults there played along. You know, it is obviously for kids, but all the adults turned into big kids. Everybody was dressed up. The majority of people were dressed up, and if they weren't actually like properly dressed up, like have the robes and stuff, they had something Harry Potter that they were wearing. So come dressed up, have your wand, you're gonna need it, it's part of the show. Then after the show, they take you to a different tent. When you first enter, the very first thing is going to be the butterbeer. I believe it was like $15 for the butterbeer. You can either get butterbeer frozen or butterbeer on draft. I got the frozen. It tastes exactly what you're gonna get at Universal Studios. The good thing is yes, it's $15 for butterbeer. However, you do get a mug. So you get that little collectible mug there. And then if you don't want butterbeer, don't stand in line for butterbeer. But then after that, you have tons of shopping. So the first tent has some things to purchase. The second tent has like 3 times the amount of stuff. So if, let's say the first tent they run out, or you wanted something but you were on the fence about it, don't worry, it will show up in the second tent, and there's a lot more to choose from in the second tent. I know because I bought in both tents. And then they also have the front end of the Hogwarts Express. They have the actual like train there. Smoke comes out, it lights up, the horn blows. You could do a whole photo op with the train, with you as like the conductor on the train, and purchase those pictures. They did a really good job of it. The only thing that I would say to possibly make it better is, yeah, it's warm. It's very, very warm. And when you get a lot of people into one tent waiting for the train, it gets even warmer. And so, I mean, I got lucky. I brought my fan and everything, my little portable travel fan. But it was very, very hot. And then walking to the train, and then when you leave the train and you walk over to the second tent, just being out in the sun, it is so hot. it'd be kind of cool if they had maybe like little misters or something outside, like maybe the bathroom area outside, they put misters so that, you know, if the tent is too hot, people can go in and get under the misters. I don't know. But other than that, nothing negative. I thought that it was a great experience. It was definitely a good value for the cost of the ticket. You're not gonna get to experience anything like that elsewhere, and kids are gonna absolutely love it. They're going to just blow their minds with it. Very interactive, and the more you get into it, like really get into it, whether you're an adult or a kid, the more you're gonna get out of it, because they'll interact with you more, and it just makes the experience so much better. If you guys have any questions about the Hogwarts Express Adventure or the Southern California Railway Museum, or anything else you saw in the video, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will get to those as soon as I can. If there's any other videos that you would like to see, then leave those in the comments as well. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Bye!